Hey, good morning, everybody. Hey, I got a good show for everybody, and I got some friends. So we got David McNiner and Corey Davis coming in. So, as you guys all know, it's it's Saturday, and it is Saturday the 28th. We are looking forward to a game tomorrow against the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm really excited for it. We have some injury update news. We have some theories. It might be a little too early for tinfoil hats, but we always have fun. So before we get started, let's shout out the chat and let's talk, guys. How's your morning going, David?
Good. Slept really good. Just barely woke up probably 35 minutes ago. So, you know,
Corey, how's your morning going? Did you have breakfast yet?
No, I haven't had breakfast yet.
All right. Well, we will try to keep the show to about an hour or so, and everybody will be able to start their day and get going from there. Breakfast is essential, and it's a good building block. Today is
Bebop.
today is a early Halloween trick or treat day. So my kiddos will be walking around with me later this afternoon. We'll be heading to the mall. We'll be going down the Miracle Mile to some lucky stores and hopefully some cool little places to get some candy. Um, Good morning, Bebop. And it looks like we got Bebop and a couple other people popping in here shortly. So thank you guys all for coming. I have been putting together these little slides with the help of Tony, and I'm going to continue to do this. And it's going into detail of the history of the teams, a little bit of background history for both, and some cool pictures. So if you guys would like, let's go ahead and watch that, and then I'll play it probably one more time before the end of the show. And I'm going to continue to do this. I'd like you guys to let me know what you think in the comments, what I can do. If you watch this video afterwards and the video is not live, please leave it in the comments what you think about it. So, guys, let's check this out. I'm really pumped. We are playing the Cincinnati Bengals. We are 13-4 versus the Bengals all time. We are 11-4 in regular season, and we have 2 Super Bowl victories against them. We might have had a third opportunity to play him, back in 2022, but that was one game that got away, right? We just let it get through our fingers. So let's let's watch this, guys, if you don't mind. I would like to play that again a little bit later. I had Bebop's comment up there, and there's a lot of information, so I would like everybody to be able to go back and pause it and be able to read it as you want. There is a lot of history between our two teams, and it's a lot of fun getting into this. So, guys, how do you feel? Are you pumped about the Bengals, or should we call them the Bungles? I don't think that's fair at this point. They are catching fire at this time.
Mm.
They started the season slow. They've won a couple games, and barely beat the Rams at home. And I'm not saying the Rams are a bad team. It's still a trying to figure out who they actually are thing.
Mm-hmm.
But they're coming to our house. We have not played the best football the last two games. Our guy Hurl made a good point last night that the defense was. I actually looked into it. They were on the field 35 plus minutes against the Vikings, and they gave up 22 points. There were some bad, defensive play calls, and that's up to the coach to see that and get things right. And I want to see more out of. I do want to see more stunts and the things we were doing last year, bringing an edge to pass rush from the inside. There's many things I want to see our team start doing again. It would be nice to go into the bye week with a win, though, but it's going to be hard.
Yeah, it is. Yes, the Bengals started off slow. It might be because their quarterback was hurt, his cast, so he couldn't move like he wanted to. It hurt him really like to throw that ball, put pressure, and so he had to learn how to throw it using not hurting his leg more. And yes, our defense need to do, like David said, need to go back doing stunts. I don't know what's going on. Why Wilkins not doing it? He maybe should listen to the players. If you're not listening to the players, you need to do this. You need to do that. This is gonna be a tough game. I think this is a game. Even though my pick'ems, I picked us to win. But I believe in all season, I said this could be a game that we could lose. But I'm hoping for a win for my birthday. Give me my birthday gift. So since I'm turning 54, Fred Warner, you need to have a great game.
Yeah, yeah, I love it. Um, hey, it's weird because to me, the last couple of times we've had like these kind of scenarios that come up, like, oh, we should beat a team. Um, they have a bad offensive line, so our defensive line should be able to eat. It just doesn't seem to be adding up in the last couple of outings, I would say. So I know that they're saying that there's some things that they can adjust on the defensive line. And they're talking about the guys need a little bit more space, possibly, so they can be a little bit more agile. Maybe rush only 4 people instead of rushing the whole defense, and just letting 2 safeties and 2 corners be out in the back, or 1 and 2. It's one of those things. If we're gonna blitz everybody has to be on the same page, and it doesn't seem like our defense likes the play calls that are being called. Our offense is to me, I think our offense is doing okay, and I would say okay because they are putting themselves in a position to win. But we are having these bogus penalties, or just like, whoa, a delay of game, Corey. How many times did we have a delay of game the other day?
Mm-hmm.
Then on top of that, how many times do we, now it seems like Christian's fumbling all the time. And that's just, we can't win games if we're turning the ball over in the red zone. Let me bring in
Yep.
Twin. Good morning, Twin.
Good morning, twin.
Good morning. Good morning. How you doing, birthday man?
I'm doing good.
Awesome. Awesome.
What do you pick out for your birthday?
That's my baby.
Tell her it's gonna be Corey's birthday. He's turning big 54.
54. That's what's up. It's a good year. That's a good year.
I got this for my birthday.
Nice. So we're just breaking it down, Twin. I love it when you come in. We are talking about the upcoming game, Cincinnati, and Corey was talking. And when we have these like upcoming juggernaut moments, or these moments where we should be better than their offensive line, our defensive line should eat. And then it seems like it's the opposite. Like we should have got it after Kirk Cousins last week, but we didn't get into it, right? Then their run game was supposed to be horrible, right? But when they had runs, they had big successful runs. So it's like the Bengals have a bad O line. The Niners should be able to get to them, but Joe Burrow throws that ball pretty quick. He's got the second or third fastest, second time in the pocket. So for our defensive line to just suddenly like break loose and come unglued and just, or shape into what we were hoping it to be, that's what we're getting to get into. So what's your thoughts? Is this a turning point for the defense, or is this going to be the offense? If the offense just can stop turning the ball over, is that the key to success? Because again, the defense has been holding the points. We've been keeping scores low. And when our offense is cooking, we're putting up points. We would have scored against the Vikings instead of fumbling. The game could have been all different.
Yeah, man. For me, I ain't gonna lie, I like to go against the grain. I know the defense is getting all the flack right now. I still don't understand how a defense in this modern NFL era, when it holds a team 22 points, it's like some people think like we need a fire sale, or like Wilkes is just a horrible DC. And everybody make references to last year. And I know the last 2 years that we had D'Amico Ryans, there was multiple games where we got torched defensively. I mean, I've seen the Atlanta put up 28 on us last year. Marcus Mariota was like 14 for 14 in the game, 14 for 15, had like 30 some rushing yards. Kansas City's beat us. They had 44 yards. Like the game against the Oakland Raiders, they scored over 35 plus points. And I'm like, hey guys, these other teams sometimes they do decently, but for our defense to do as bad as people are saying they have been, and to only give up 22 points with what I thought again was probably the best offense that most people was telling me since 1994 when it comes to San Francisco 49ers. And we putting all the onus on a new defensive coordinator who we knew was going to take some time to kind of acclimate himself into our system, because he's learning our system, and then he's trying to understand the players that he has around him. I think offensively, our time of possession usually was our go-to thing. We usually kept the time of possession in our favor, and we didn't turn the ball over. That was the winning formula with Jimmy G, and that was one of the things that most people thought that Brock Purdy did very well. Far as the team itself not turning the ball over in the first 5 games, and then having a running game. But we turn a blind eye that even though we beat Dallas, Christian McCaffrey only averaged like 3.4 yards per carry. And then he did again the next week where he only averaged like 3.4 yards. And then he did again this previous week where he only averaged like under 3.5 yards per carry. Any starting running back in the National Football League does not average less than 4.0 yards per carry. Anything underneath that is bad business. And so our offense, as far as running the ball, helps out your what? Your defense. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so when we're not getting first downs, because just like people say, well, we're not turning the ball over on first down for the other team. Well, we're not getting first downs on the offense as well. This is when football works together. You see what I'm saying? Like this is when all 3 phases kind of come together, and this is when the game becomes very beautiful because all 3 phases work together in unison. And so when the defense gives you a turnover early in the game, put you in the red zone, and I think somebody just mentioned Christian McCaffrey fumbling the ball, any coach will say, the best thing I would want that my defense get a turnover, we get the ball away, playing in the away field, and we in the red zone to score, and we turn the ball over. That's bad business. That's a momentum killer. Cause you take the whole momentum when they say the 49ers are in town. They get an interception. Christian McCaffrey scores another touchdown. Mentally and psychologically, that team already like they are a 5-0. They everything who they they everything who we thought they were. They're not who they played last week. Far as the Cleveland Browns, that was a mirage. We seeing who the real 49ers are. But once that happened, in that fumble, you could tell the momentum shifted, even in the players, even in the coaching. Those little insecurities and stuff like that started to show themselves. And so this game is so much more psychological than anything. And I know I got kind of long-winded, but I just like to try to bring how all these things matter when it comes to like the football game and everything playing a role in what the outcome becomes in the later part of the game,
No, I appreciate it. We like having a good conversation. We're not the View. We're not a bunch of girls up here just yakking. We're talking football, and I like to call it the show Coffee Talk, or come in and sit down and talk a little bit. And I like it when you come on. I like it when David comes on and Corey comes on. Everybody talk as long as you want. Get it out. I have some thoughts, and I want everybody to tell me. We were talking about this a little bit last night. But if we was to make a trade, and again, I don't think the defense is bad as it looks, or everybody's saying it is. And I don't think the offense is so bad either, but we can always have like a explosive play. We can always add, like something neat to the garage, right? A new toy. And I know there's only so many clicks on the time. There's only so many, carries, and the ball can only go to so many people in a game. But I tell you what, if we go and we get King Henry for this year, I think we're winning the Super Bowl. What do you think, David? And then we'll go to Corey and Twin. And I want you guys to tell me who you guys want. Honestly, like Brian Burns is great, Patrick Surtain, but I want you to tell me why that would be the upgrade that's going to put us over the top.
Derrick Henry, if they could get him, at a reasonable price, he would be a good addition to us. It would give Kyle Shanahan that veteran running back, and I haven't seen much out of Elijah Mitchell this year, but it would give him that veteran running back that he trusts, that you can hand the ball to. He's going to bruise up the defense. Then you bring in Christian McCaffrey to finish him off. It would be an excellent 1-2 punch. Would take a lot of pressure off Brock Purdy too. And right now there's been some pressure on him because we've been passing a lot more than I've ever seen us pass in the Kyle Shanahan era. But I honestly think he would be a good addition. But, at what cost, right? When it comes down to it, we traded a bunch for Christian McCaffrey. And, Derrick Henry, I believe it would be a rental for this year. I don't know his contract situation.
I think you're right. It'd just be this year.
Yes. A lot of people are saying, we need another wide receiver. We're getting Debo back. We have Brandon Ayuk. We have Juwan Jennings. Ray seems to be doing okay. Ronnie Bell. We're getting Danny Gray back at some point, which is something that there hasn't been much news about. So we don't really need a wide receiver. A lot of like Mike Evans and talk of guys that are really good, but it's just talk. The media loves to speculate about us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of folks are saying we need an edge rusher, and I haven't seen them doing the things the last 2 years that they've been doing that were effective in getting to the quarterback. So, I don't think we need a major change. I think we need to change the play calls and, what our 4 down linemen are doing. The stunts, the bringing in an edge rusher to rush on the inside, just the little things that we've been doing. And right now, our team's a little different. We're carrying 5 interior defensive linemen on the 53 and 4 edges. Normally, we have 5 edges and 4 interior linemen. So maybe there's a reason why we're not doing this stuff. Is our defense too plain Jane? I honestly think they might be.
That's a good point because if we did bring in, King Henry, right? Christian McCaffrey could become more of a scat back and still catch the ball. That's just going to make, that's one. You don't know if he's going to run it up the middle or the other one's going to go around and catch it in the middle. You just don't know. Corey, what's your thoughts? Who do you think we should go after? We have Crazy Juice here. Good morning. He's saying, check it out. We need a cornerback. That's what he's thinking. So your thoughts, and then we're going to go to Twin. Halloween's coming.
I think, yes, it'd be nice to get Henry, but we already got us a Henry. JV Payson. Cal just got to use him. Cal just got to put him out there. He gets 5 to 6 yards of carry. But that's the thing. Cal's not using him. So I would go after the decent back. So I would go after Patrick Surtain. Make him number one. Make I always can forget number 7 say his name.
Charizard.
Ward.
Yeah. Charvarius Ward.
Charvarius Ward. Number 2. And move Dean Almond Lenore to the slot.
What would you be willing to give up to get Patrick Surtain? Would you be willing to give up our first round pick?
Yeah, because we don't already do good with first round picks. We do better in the later rounds.
This is true.
Good point. If you trade your first round picks for somebody who's already a veteran, who's already, established, and it's an upgrade for this season, I like it. Twin, what's your thoughts? Do we need an upgrade? I know everybody wants to go and buy a fancy car, when it comes around to income tax time, right? Everybody wants to, upgrade. But right now, we don't necessarily have to. We do have people coming back from injury. But again, in 2019, we went and made a splash. I know we kind of made a splash with Gregory, but I don't know. Last year, we made a splash. We got CMC. So are we going to get our feet in the water? What do you think?
I mean, I don't mind if we make a splash. My thing is also, say offensively, if we get King Henry, that's cool. But at the same time, like somebody just said, I think we got weapons that we don't utilize already. You know what I'm saying? JP Mason. I think we don't utilize Kyle Zuchek enough as well. We kind of just use him to go out there and block in motion all the time. But I think he can do a lot of short yardage situations. He can be used in short yardage situations, and also I believe he can catch the ball out the backfield more often if given the opportunity. Instead of just used as a guy that motions around and do a lot of blocking. You know what I mean? And he's kind of that Swiss Army knife for like decoy in disguises, which is okay, but I think he can be more productive. There's more to his bag than what he shows on the field. Same thing with Mason. I think my thing is it's like what people desire from Wilkes to do defensively. I don't think people sometimes put the same pressure or the media the same pressure with Kyle Shanahan when it comes to utilizing the tools that he has on his side. So whether it's the JP Masons and the other people like that, you know what I'm saying? You like, come on, my guy, you have to. Hold on one second. Can you hear that? My kids?
It's okay. Yeah, it's fine. You'll hear my kids too. If people can't deal with it, hey, I'm sorry. We have a real conversation, real life,
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But so my thing is like with JP Mason, I think he can be utilized more. But Cal, hey, my guy, you know what I'm saying? I don't think Christian McCaffrey over the last 5 years, you've seen him take on every hit for a 17-game series. I mean, 17-game season. That's not going to happen, especially in our running style. To say by the time January happens or February happens, he's going to be able to continue to keep those hits and keep on ticking. Like, no, man, Let's look at the 2011 Giants. They had Bradshaw and Brandon Jacobs. You know what I mean? They had two backs that were dynamic. One was thunder, one was lightning. You know what I'm saying? You kept both of them fresh. And so when the other one came in, he ran with authority. And a lot of times Kyle said, I don't want these other guys in the game because they can't run what Christian McCaffrey can run. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
that kind of deters him from putting him in the game. But I'm like, Kyle, at this point in stage of your career, you should be more adaptable. You should be more versatile. Your offense
Yeah.
should be able to mold into who's on the field, you know. And because he always playing like those games where he's trying to trick people and things of that nature, like it messes up the things that he's trying to do. So I don't necessarily think we need to trace for a running back. I do think that we just need to be use what you have more often. I think George Kittle should get more targets, guys. I'm sorry. He doesn't get utilized. If somebody was 3 for 3 and they had all touchdowns last week, to me, I'm doing simple math. That's a high percentage of positivity when I throw the ball to this guy. So next week, let me make sure I feature him and give him the ball. Brandon Ayuk, again, they say he has the most separation in the National Football League when it comes to wide receivers. Hey guys, let me feed him. Let me give him the ball. You see what I'm saying? Like that to me, that's a minimum of 10 targets. I'm a basketball guy. If I'm shooting 50% from the three, I'm not just gonna shoot three-pointers. I'm gonna shoot like 10 of them. I mean, I'm shooting at a very high clip and I'm being very productive. Same thing on offense. Sometimes you don't have to overly complicate things. Kyle, you got the horses. Just race.
Yeah.
You don't gotta sit here and try to do like all the gadget things for them all the time. That's what y'all remember what Kyle U6 Chad against the Dallas Cowboys last year. He said, I went into the locker room and I told Kyle Shanahan, hey man, let's just run the ball down their throats.
Yeah.
You know, he said, hey, let's quit being pretty. Let's just go out there and out physical them boys.
Yeah.
That's a mentality to have. And I think sometimes he his creative geniuses get in the way. So, and then on defense, I don't think we need another edge. I do believe our guys who we pay this money for need to play like it. I'm not gonna sit here and allow people to just to say all this on Steve Wilkes, man. If I'm paying you $35 million a year, my guy, you supposed to be different. Like, is there a scheme? Yes, but for $35 million, the reason why I pay you this type of money, you do something that even the above average players can't do. You are elite or a Hall of Fame worthy player. You didn't think folks try to stop Jerry Rice, man? You didn't think they knew they were gonna throw the ball to Jerry Rice? You didn't think they was rolling coverage over there, Jerry Rice? You didn't think in third down they knew Jerry go get the ball on the slant? Yeah. In what? You know what I mean? The greats know I could tell you what you're going. I could tell you what I'm going to do, but can you stop me? You see what I'm saying? That's Nick Bosa. That's Eric Armstead. That's Hargrave. Hey boys, we paying y'all over $80 million together. Button up. Despite what God doggone Steve Wilkes is saying, bro. Listen here. You go eat. You go make him look good. Why he got to make y'all look good? He just got there. Y'all been there. Hey, go eat. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, that's how when I play football and basketball. When my coach said, hey, we need a bucket, hey, short corner, post up, go get a bucket, Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Go get a bucket, go score. All right, coach. So that's how I look at certain times in football, man. We got too much talent on there to not go out there and utilize what they got, man. Go get a bucket, go get a sack. You know what I'm saying? Eric Armstead, where are you?
Eric, are you listening? Are you around? Are you missing? Because we have not seen you. I don't think we've seen you since what, the Giants game? I know you're a local boy. I'm in the 209. You know, I know Sacramento is only an hour away. Elk Grove, you want me to drive up there and look around for you? Because, dude, where are you at? We need you on the field. And you know, you are a big man, dude. I know Ty Austin is going to give me some shout out to Ty. He's a big fan, big fan. But we need some more production out of you. If they're throwing the ball, get your arms up. You know, I'm not the biggest. I know he has production, and I know people love Aram, but I'm not seeing it right now. And last year, when everybody was talking about the plantar fasciitis, it was going from one foot to the right foot. It's like the hokey pokey. You stick what? I don't know what's going on, man. But we need you to be who you are. We let Buckner go because we believed in you. We had 2 Oregon Ducks, and we let one go. And I think we all know what happened. We messed up, right? So we went on to Kinlaw, and Kinlaw, don't get me started on Kinlaw. Mook Dog, you need to step up too. We're getting pressure, but we're not getting to the quarterback. And they're saying it's because we're rushing too many people and these guys can't spin around and dance. And, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right at all. But I know we're making pressure on the quarterback, and the quarterback is getting the ball out fast. And our corners aren't doing that bad of a job. They're tackling. They're getting down. It's the bogus plays like the 16-second that happened the last game. It is the fumbling that's happening in the red zone because it happened against the Vikings. It also happened against the Browns. We did miss a kick in both games. 3 points, 6 points is better than 3 points. But when you get no points, that is a momentum changer. And if you turn over the ball, now we've had 3 interceptions in the last 2 games. Our quarterback, he could be dizzy. He could be concussed. We don't know. I just think there's a lot of pointing around and saying, okay, that's the reason it's happening. That's the reason it's happening. And no, come on, guys. You're at 5-0. You're talking about going undefeated.
And also, I don't like Kyle Shanahan pointing out what Steve Wilkes did multiple times. Like, bro, you did it last Friday when you talked to Greg Papa about the Cleveland game while we lost. You said, I think it was because of the defense and not getting off on third down is the reason why we just couldn't take control over that game in Cleveland. I'm like, wait a minute. Not cool, but okay. And then he did it again this week. Hey, Kyle, talk to my mans like that in the locker room. Other than that, when you in the media, I ain't coach. It's just me as a coach, offensive coordinator, as a head coach. I just didn't have my guys ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, you take onus of that because at the same time, if he would have sit there and said, hey, man, my defense gave Kyle Shanahan the ball early in the game, turnover, he ain't scoring the ball, then, I get the ball back to him in good field position. He go for a 55-yard field goal. They missed that one. My defense in the second half, the offense got the ball first. The second play in the second half, after we coming out of halftime, we got a delay of game. A delay of game, and we got to call a timeout. And we crying at the end of the game this week talking about time possession, how much time left on the clock. Well, Kyle, what if he would have said, why did you come out of halftime in the first 2 plays? We got to use a timeout. Because ain't nobody asking Kyle that question. And then guess what happened?
And there was another timeout. There was another one. I believe it was the 2-minute. Sorry, Twin. I think the 2-minute warning happened before we went into halftime, and the Niners had the 2-minute warning, and then we had a delay of game after that, and we had to call a timeout.
And this has happened multiple times in games. It's like, bro. So nobody, again, I would love to have me a credential pad just one day, be like, hey, you didn't like the way that Steve Wilkes handled this situation, but again, you in the headset calling these plays just as long as Pythagorean theorems are, and you wonder why we getting delay of games. You might want to shorten up some of these play calls or get them in quicker, because even after that delay of game coming out at halftime, y'all know what we did the next play? We didn't convert on third down, and we punted the ball. We come out of halftime, run 3 plays, waste of time out, and we punt the ball.
Just like in the Cleveland game, you up ahead. You up ahead. 3 minutes left in the game. 3-some minutes left in the game. What did Kyle Shanahan do? He called passing plays. Instead running the ball. You up ahead. Call running plays. Make that clock go down. But what did he do? He called pass, then another pass, and then another pass. And what we had to do? We had to punt the ball back to them.
Ran 16 seconds off the clock, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, David.
Everyone talks about how Kyle's a genius, right? And from what I'm seeing so far this year, guys, he's overthinking this. We need to go back to outdumbing the other team. We are the most physical team in football. Let's run the ball, take 8 minutes ish off the clock, score a touchdown. Let's outdumb the other team. Let's quit trying to be genius and, cute and overthink things.
We don't have to score quick if we have the ball. Our defense is not tired if they're standing on the field for 10 minutes. They might be tired because they're not, running around. They might be tired because they've been standing there for so long, but go get some Gatorade and be ready. We have 14-minute drives with like Jimmy Garoppolo, 14-minute drives, 11 plays. We're going down the field. We can do that with Brock Purdy. We can, just shave the clock. If we only score 28 points the entire game, but they only score 3 or 10 or 14, that's us winning. And, we're winning because what are we doing? We're running the ball. And I think going up the middle, like Elijah Mitchell used to do, we can't do it as well because not that CMC can't do it, but I think they're already so focused on CMC that he's their number one threat. He knows that's where the Niners are probably going to go to option A, right? So they're focused on him. So where it was maybe Mitchell on the field, they relaxed a little bit, even though they knew he was going to run possibly. They thought, oh, well, it's just this guy, it's just this guy who always fell forward and got first downs. He never seemed to get tackled and knocked backwards until this year in practice in training camp. I don't know what he did to the defense. I don't know if the defense stole his confidence but they knocked him to the turf several times this year. They put him on his rear end. And I don't know. He just hasn't been the same. So let's use Mason, like Corey's saying. TDP, who are you? I don't know. I haven't seen the guy, right? Can anybody say what jersey number he wears? Don't Google it. It's just, guys, we got a lot of players out there. And then Juice is a good player. So is Kittle. Yep. They both are blocking a whole lot. Are they blocking so much because our O-line's that bad? What do you think, David?
Well, so at this point, we have Trent Williams. Colton McKivitz isn't that bad of an offensive tackle. He's a good pass blocker, average run blocker. Spencer Burford's young, and I thought that I would see him take some steps and leaps and bounds, and I haven't seen that. He seems to be, his upward trajectory has stopped. And he's, borderline average, if not a little bit below, which is disappointing. At this point, all kinds of people are saying, let's trade for an offensive tackle. I honestly don't think we need an offensive tackle. I think we need to trade for an interior guy. Similar like Urza Cleveland from the Minnesota Vikings. He's young, talented. Look at what he did to our interior guys last game. So I don't know if he's even going to be available. Like the Minnesota Vikings, we don't know if they're selling because they're 3-4.
Yeah.
After this game, they'll probably have a just quick decision to make. Are we selling or buying?
Yeah. Who they play?
Green Bay.
Yep. And Green Bay is either going to do the same thing you're saying. They're either going to turn their season around with this game or it's the end of the roads for them. If Minnesota loses this game, they really don't have much to say either. Kirk Cousins could be traded. If they lose Sunday, Kirk Cousins could very well be traded. I could see him going to the Patriots. I could see him come to the Niners, honestly. I could see him getting traded to potentially not the Cardinals. I could see him going to the Raiders.
I was actually thinking about the Titans because, Ryan Tannehill has not looked good.
Right.
The young QBs they have picked up haven't looked good. And Tennessee actually does. They do have a good head coach, former player Mike Vrabel. So I could see, them making a move for a QB. and then not trading Derrick Henry and, seeing what happens for the rest of the season, right?
Yeah, because right now the Titans are selling. They've been selling players. So, but
Yep.
they just need a quarterback. I could also see Cousins possibly going to like the Colts. I could see that happening too, but it just depends. So I know the thumbnail says Moody. How could you? I'm still rocking my boy, guys. I'm telling you, he needs to bounce back. He needs a big bounce back. Let's put him in the middle. We've heard Kittle in the middle is money. Well, let's put Moody in the money middle, right? And it seems like he can kick 55, 57 back. Let's just put him in the middle of the hashtag and the hash yards, and let's just let him kick for the fences. But we got Tommy Huxley, Laura Cat, and we got Bebop, Steve-O, so many people in the chat right now. Please drop your score predictions and let me know what you guys think about tomorrow's game with Cincy. I want to play my video one more time for everybody, and then we're going to probably get out of here. Corey's got a birthday coming up tomorrow officially, right, Corey?
Yep.
And
Hey,
we'll talk
I kind of have something to say about Moody. So
Okay, go for it.
all kickers, the young ones in the NFL, they need time. They need time to develop. They need time to get acclimated. They need time to get used to it. Do we all remember a kicker we once had named Jeff Wilkins?
Yeah, he's a big St.
Wasn't-
Louis Ram.
What? Yes, he wasn't good with us. We let him go. He goes to another team. All of a sudden, he's one of the best kickers in the league. So it's like the kid needs time. He needs time. Coaches in practice need to do things like, call a timeout right when he's running up the kick, then make him stand there and think about it and kick it, let's get some ice in those veins like Vinatieri used to have,
He's from Michigan. He's got cold enough, he's been around it, so he should be able to do it. So let me drop this video real quick. Everybody stick around. Later, if you want to come back, pause it, read anything that I might not have put enough seconds for you, but I hope you enjoy it. It's a lot of information about us 49ers and the Bengals. So here it goes. right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy it. Please let me know your score predictions in the chat. Let me know what you think of the video. Tell a friend to come back and watch it. Please pause, take time. Me, my daughter, my wife, we all enjoy breaking it down. There's a lot of players that's played on the Bengals and the Niners. I believe in total there was 68 players. You can go back. I took pictures of some of the players that I know for a fact are like the best players that the bigger names, right? The household names. We got the Ring of Honor in there for you. We show you the mascots, and it's a Bengal and a 49er hype video. So I want everybody to be excited about the game. It'd be a good game. If you again, please let me know. If you think there's something I could do, a little change it. Let me know as well. But I have a lot of fun making those videos. So, all right, really quickly, let's go to the chat real quick, and then we're probably gonna get out of here, everybody. We got Twin jumped in, John LaJoy, Tommy Huxley, Lord Cat, Crazy Juice, Bebop. Thank you guys so much. So for me, I will be going live tomorrow morning, probably with David, Corey. If you can jump on, I know it's your birthday. Twin, if you want to jump in, we're just talking again about the NFL, any scores, predictions, tinfoil hat theories. We'll be talking maybe a couple of dad jokes, but we're going to be talking about the weather, the upcoming injuries, and anything that you might just heard. I know Trent Williams might be starting tomorrow. We don't know just yet. We should be finding out about Brock Purdy. He's going to be probably a game time decision. So if you guys are interested, come back tomorrow morning to this place, Bryant Culp channel. But let me give it to David McNiner. Let David tell you guys what's going on, then Corey, and then Twin, and then everybody. Enjoy your Saturday. Thank you. And remember, it's all about family. It's all about faith, and it's about the team that you love. We love the Niners, but we like you coming as well. So, David, let me give it to you.
We got the Bengals coming up this upcoming weekend. We got to trap us a kitty. You main trap folks. Let's go ahead and take them to the shelter, get them fixed, and let them back out, right? But at this point, is it a must win? Not necessarily, but it is definitely would be a big win for us. We need to go into the bye week on an upward trajectory, and I honestly would like to see Sam Darnold start and Brock Purdy sit. That's just my personal preference. It's not that I hate Brock Purdy. It's I like him and I want him to be with us for a long time.
What you thinking, Corey?
Yes. I think it's the same thing. Let Trent sit, You don't have to rush him back. Let him bring him back for the bye week. Yes. And hi, twin little girl. How you doing? And tomorrow I'm planning on doing the play-by-play tomorrow for the game tomorrow. And then also celebrating my birthday.
Awesome. Well, everybody make sure you
celebrating my great niece birthday. She's turning 1.
Oh wow!
Well, she already turned 1, but her birthday was on the 26th.
Well, that's close enough to be able to celebrate and knock out 2 cakes at one time. Yeah. Everybody make sure you tune in to Corey Davis. It's K with Corey. And just like that, there's a couple of them out there, but look for his face and subscribe to his channel and tune in. Hopefully tomorrow you'll see him and everyone. He does play-by-play for the Niners game, and it's pretty awesome. So, Twin, what you got going on with your great channel? You're growing. Your channel's blowing up. You've been doing things with Ryan Hensley, and I see you everywhere. And I also want to welcome you to the 49er Friday Night Show because here soon you and Terradome will be doing the host. And, it's every once in a while, so it'll be fun.
Hey, man, whenever you already know I love your video, man. First and foremost, I thought you did an awesome job. It's not only about us loving 49, but at the end of the day, I'm a fan of football. You know what I mean? I remember 2 years ago when we was about to go play against the Rams, right? And we saw the Bengals on the opposite side, and I was thinking about the Super Bowl in the '80s. You know what I mean? Against Boomer Sides, and I'm like, oh man, this could be a rendition of those times. You know what I mean? So just the nostalgia of it all. I was like, we beat the Cowboys. We going to go play against the Rams. Like I'm thinking everything is about to line up. And, you know, and this generation of kids were going to be able to see something that we saw of old. You know, thought it was like an omen, but we know what happened. We didn't win. But at the end of the day, man, I'm excited for the game tomorrow, man. I think the video again was awesome for the history. It's the details, you know, that matters. You learn things, the different logos and the different colors and so on and so forth. I think it's always awesome, man. The fun facts about the white jersey, number 3-0. I mean, the history is the history, you know, and it's good to know these things. So thank you for the fun facts. Same thing. I know how Corey, he does the same thing. He loves to drop the fun facts as well. So we appreciate it, man. I'm gonna try to possibly hop on as well. See, can I do a pregame show tomorrow? I'm excited. You know, I'm actually agreeing with you guys. I think Brock Purdy. People think you a hater if you have any type of gray inside of you, like you're black or white. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of gray area in football, man. And for somebody of his stature, one thing we don't want is consecutive what? We don't want consecutive concussions, man. We
Concussions.
seen some of our
Yeah.
greats, you know what I mean, go down because of concussions, you know. And the Tua situation last year, you know what I mean? We seen what happened, how a lot of 49ers fans were looking at Mike McDaniels like, how dare you put him back out there? How dare you put him back out? You know what I mean? But then here we come this year. It's like, hey, man, he got hit pretty good. You know, we want him to be here for a long time, not a short time. So I believe talent wise, we still should have the ability to go out there and win the game. But yeah, man, I can't wait for tomorrow. It should be a great game. Let's run the ball down their throat. Let's not turn the ball over. And let's make sure we don't give up great explosive plays. At the end of the day, these guys got some talented individuals out there, you know, running that, you know, being the pass receivers. They go catch some balls, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell y'all this now. I'm gonna give you guys, you know, be mad now because Jamar Chase is going to catch the ball over whoever. Okay, it's going to happen. Okay, guys. The denominator is probably going to get beat once or twice. It's going to happen. T. Higgins is going to do something. Like, bro, these are some really, really good wide receivers. So don't try to bench these guys because at the end of the day, these other guys they're playing against are professionals and they're doing it at a very high level. So I'm excited for the game tomorrow, man. I can't wait. And baby, what did you want to say to Corey? Happy what? Yeah, happy birthday. Say happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Say happy birthday,
Thank
Corey.
you.
Happy birthday, Corn.
Thank you.
Yeah, her birthday's coming up soon too as well. So man, look, I'm
Well, happy early birthday.
Yeah.
yes, sir.
My birthday on November 13th.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Ooh,
Nice.
yeah, that's not too far away at all.
Nice. How old are you?
How old are you, sweetie? Say I'm 3.
Or 2
You
Yeah.
3. All
Mhm.
right.
Yeah. So yeah, this is my youngest twin. Yeah, man. So yeah, man, I can't wait for tomorrow, man. And yeah.
So the 2014 game against the Bengals, the Niners, that was me and Tony's first game together at Levi's, and we ended up missing half the game. We had got to the stadium and our coolant line for the overflow bottle had hit the clutch fan and it broke. So I needed to go to the auto store to get a new hose, got it fixed, and we made it to the end of the third quarter, got into the stadium, found out they stopped selling beer, didn't go to our seats, stood there underneath the stadium right there where you could stand at, watch the rest of the game. Blaine Gabbert was our quarterback. I'll never forget my wife yelling, "Put Kaepernick in," because we just wanted to see him win, you know. But yeah, that wasn't a very good game for us. The 2014 game, it was a December game, and a lot of fun. If you get to go to a game, definitely go. Win or lose, tie, it's a great experience. I won't ever give it back. But David, I didn't hear what you were going to do for what you got going on with your channel. I'm going to let you finish this out, and after that, we're going to get out of here, folks. So, David, what's going on with your channel? Everybody, if you don't know, David's got a great channel as well, and you just spell it just like that. Type it in and go to subscribe.
So pretty much this afternoon, I might just do a quick live, assessing the injury report and for both teams and what we have to look forward to tomorrow. And after all the first set of games are done, I'll probably do a quick live assessing the whole day. And hopefully I'm talking about the Niners victory. I'm hoping. Again, Kyle, quit trying to outsmart them. It's time to outdumb them.
Yep.
Love it. Well, everybody stay faithful. Please check us out. Everybody here's
What's that,
channel, like, subscribe.
What you gonna tell them?
Happy birthday.
No, bang.
Bang, bang, not a gang.
There we go,
Yeah.
baby. You know what it is.
Bringing them up the right way.
Exactly.
With that, we're going to
Yeah.